Hey, what's up YouTube fam? It's your girl Tara Marie here. Today I have this very dramatic black smoky cat eye look for you. Very bold, very nighttime. I wouldn't wear this in the daytime, but if you are one of those people that like to just go all out all the time, knock yourself out. But this is a super fun look. It does take a little bit of time to build, so you know you're getting the colors blended and everything pretty smoothly. So if you're interested to see in how I got this look, please keep on watching. And also don't forget I'm gonna say also, whatever. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and thumbs us up if you enjoy watching this video, and let's get right on into it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just jump right on in and get started. I'm gonna be using a combination of 3 different palettes today. So to start off, I'm gonna be using my Morphe 15N palette, and I'm gonna be using the shade Shook right here, and I'm just gonna be using that as my transition shade, and I'm gonna be applying that with just like a nice, like fluffy blending brush. And I'm sticking this right into my crease here. And I just realized I didn't really like set my eyelids with concealer, but I have like a little bit of foundation on there, so hopefully that will be fine. I'm not doing any crazy colors today. We're doing nice and sultry smoke, so not totally necessary. So putting this color right into our crease and blending it up towards the brow bone. So after we have our transition shade, I'm gonna go ahead and just go right on in with the eyeliner for today, because I'm kind of gonna be basing the rest of the eyeshadow look around our eyeliner shape. So grab your favorite liquid, gel, whatever you use for your eyeliner, and we're gonna do a pretty dramatic cat eye, drawing the edge like about to here, like almost to your eyebrow tip. So I'm just gonna go ahead and speed right through this.
The light is bright, the light is mine. I'm baby light, showing me the way to keep you on mine. Hold you, this journey is not over. I don't know how to get you, don't know how to get, don't know.
Alright, so now that we have both of our like very dramatic wings done, I'm gonna go ahead and start building out the rest of the shadow for this look. I'm gonna be using my NYX Lid Lingerie Palette, and I'm gonna start by picking up this brown shade right here, and I'm gonna be using just like a tapered eyeshadow brush. And so I'm gonna pick that up, don't pick up like so much to where it's like flying all over the place. Since I did do my foundation, highlight, and contour before this, I want to try to avoid any severe fallout here. So I'm just taking this brush, and what I'm going to do is trace. I'm going to tap this so I know where my shape is going, and I'm just going to tap this right into my crease, tap and buff. And I'm dragging this up, and I'm not, once I get to like the center, once I get to like this portion right here, I'm just going to continue to drag it up. I'm not going to take it down onto my kind of inner corner, just because I'm going to be placing a lighter shade there. So just kind of extending it up towards the inner brow bone instead of that inner crease there. So you see how we're taking the shade, and then I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend out the inner portion and blend out just that top portion of the outer corner of the eye. All right, so here's where we're okay, rewind. Here's where we're going to start really building out the drama for this look. I'm now going to dip into my pretty Vulgar Nightingale eyeshadow palette, which is this right here. And sorry, I have like one palette in each hand right now. I'm going to be using Swoop, which is this slightly darker brown shade. I'm going to be picking up an angled taper brush, or like an angled, like small fluffy brush. And what we're going to do, since we, like I said before, like our eyeliner is kind of going to be our guide for this eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take this and put it right towards the tip of our eyeshadow here. And again, I'm going to use this to carve out that cat eye shape. And we're going to take that slightly above that other like crease shade that we just put down before this. And so we're just dragging that out and kind of tapping it again in the inner corner, not the inner corner, but like the inner portion of the brow bone, but not dragging it down to our inner corner. And I'm really leaving the shape like this, so we have that nice drawn out eye shape. All right, and then with an even smaller little tapered brush, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with black, which is the all-nighter. That's like the all-nighter in the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. And I'm gonna start by smoking out the edge of our winged liner. And be careful with this. Working with black is always a little scary to some, but just start right at that liner line and just pat that on there to start to smoke that out, really connecting it. And if you want to, you can also use an angled brush. It'll give you a little bit more control in really concentrating that black right onto that wing there. And so we're just slowly smoking that out, building up this black color. All right, so now that we have like we've kind of like messied up this line just a little bit, and I'm only gonna do that on the outer corner. I'm gonna take that small tapered brush that I had before, if I can find it. I'm always like losing brushes that I use. Okay, found it. So actually, no, I didn't. Okay, I've got it now. So I'm gonna go back in with that black, and we're gonna tap right under, following our brow bone where we put that darker brown shade, just tapping it and then blending it out into the other shades here. And right now we're just creating like that outer shape. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill that in. But again, you wanna work slowly with this black shade. And so we're just blending that out. Remembering to leave the inner portion nice and left alone. Wow, I said that so weird. I'm just like trying to focus and do this at the same time. But we're leaving the inner portion of our eye alone, just because we're gonna be putting a lighter shade there. So I don't wanna touch it too much with the dark. And I'm just blending out any splotchiness. And then I'm gonna keep going back in, and we're gonna slightly start to fill in our corner here, starting small. And we're gonna stop at the outer, once we feel like where our eye socket is, like right in here, that's where we're gonna stop placing that black shadow. So we just have this like point going down, and we're stopping it right there. And then again, going back in to blend. And then once we have our desired black shape, then I'm just gonna dip into that brown one more time and just blend everything together. All right, and then to finish up the eye, I'll just go ahead and do it right here, and then I'll just finish the other eye off camera. I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe 15N palette, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Custom right here, and it's like a matte, very nude, very light matte shade. And I'm gonna pick up a flat brush, and I am going to pack that right on my lid. This is why I wanted to leave this area alone. And this way, you know, you don't have to cut your crease or anything, because this area was pretty much left alone. And so I'm just tapping that right in there. And then flipping my brush over and blurring those lines where the crease meets that cut there. And then kind of like going over it just a couple of times until we have the right, until like everything is blended out nicely. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and achieve this on our other eye. So now that both eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to our lower lash line. And for that, I'm gonna go back in with my Nightingale palette in the shade Swoop right here. And I'm gonna pick up my angled brush, and I'm gonna just pick that up and start pressing that right into the lower lash line, being sure to connect it to the upper lash line there, so we don't have any strange gaps. So while I was off camera doing the other eye, I went on and also put some black liner in my lower waterline. And now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lashes. The one I'm using today are the Ardelle Double Wispies, nice and thick and flirty for this super smoky look. So I'm gonna go ahead, wow, I'm gonna go ahead and apply these off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my lashes on, and now we're looking super, super glam and super smoky. And I decided that my lower lash line isn't as smoked out as I would like it to be. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that swoop on my angled brush, and I'm just going to smoke out my outer corner just a little bit. And to finish up my inner corner, I'm just going to take a small little brush, and I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty highlighter, and this is the Kilowatt Duo, and I'm going to be picking up the shade Hustler Baby and putting that right on into my inner tear duct and kind of like pressing it out with my finger and just applying that on both sides, and also taking that shade right up under my brow bone to highlight right up under there. All right, so we are done with the eyes, so I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face. I'm gonna be applying my blush. So for today, I'm gonna be using the Black Radiance blush in the shade, what is this, Toasted Almond, and it looks like that. And I'm just using my regular, just like flat face brush, and I'm gonna be applying this to the outer portion of my cheekbone, just like really picking up the pigment there, and just packing this baby on. And so we have like a nice, beautiful, rosy, toasted color on our cheeks. And I already applied my highlight when I was doing my foundation, So this blush is just blending right on into the highlight. And then last but not least, for our lips today, I'm going to be using my favorite Mented Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Nude Lala. And I'm not going to be lining my lips for this. I'm just going to apply it directly to my lips. Alright, and once I have a good amount of that on, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of gloss just to lighten this up a little bit. And the gloss I'm going to be using is my Adesse New York gloss in the shade Pink. And this is it right here. And I'm just going to take that and apply it right to the center, just to lighten it up. And give me a little something extra in the middle of my lips there. All right. Go ahead and pop on some earrings and I'll be back to finish out the look. Okay, so this is our finished look. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed this look as much as I did. Be sure to subscribe, join the Terror Squad, and stay up to date on all of my videos. I update 2 to 3 times every week a new video to my channel. So be sure to subscribe so you stay up to date on all of those. And I'll catch you in my next video.